Dylan's cousin walked in here today and he said that, oh, you can tell that Natalie lives here. When we first moved in together, Dylan had furniture that we got together when we were like younger, and it was all like black and glass and stuff, which at the time I liked, but then I kind of grew out of it and felt like because where we were living, like it was different, like black glass furniture suited like an older place, but I felt like, because this apartment is really nice, I was like, oh, the furniture would be nicer with like brighter stuff. And so when I moved in, this was empty. And what else?
That was pretty much it.
What do you
Didn't
mean?
have this rug.
This rug wasn't here. Yeah, this rug wasn't
Didn't
here.
have the books over there.
Yeah, all the TV cabinet.
Had a different TV cabinet.
Had a different TV cabinet. A different TV.
Had a different TV.
No mirror over there.
No mirror. No flowers.
No flowers. It was just completely, there's nothing wrong with how you had it, but it was just completely different. And I thought it was really funny because his cousin walked in and was like, oh yeah, Natalie lives here, doesn't she?
Walked in and straight away I was like, yeah, you can tell a girl lives here.
So I feel like it's comfy. It's like comfy and cozy.
Yeah, it does
now.
definitely have more of a feminine touch to it. A bit more of a homely feel.
Yeah, when I first came in here, when we like rekindled and stuff, I wouldn't say it was cold, but it was definitely like a man pad. He had like,
I had the essentials.
he had the bare minimum essentials. So
I
like,
had the essentials.
he was getting by. There was nothing like
I
that
had
he
the
was
essentials.
missing, but
No.
yeah, he didn't have anything. It was like minimum.
I didn't have anything extra.
Nah.
There was nothing in here that I didn't need or use. I
No.
used literally everything in here.
The fridge was empty.
The fridge had 2 big glass containers, one with a big batch of mince, one with a big batch of chicken, and then I had another container in there with a big batch of rice.
Yeah.
And then I had my essential vegetables and my frozen veggies, my packet frozen veggies in the freezer, 4 lots of each of the sauces that I had in the cupboard.
Show, just give a demonstration of what the cupboard was like. So this is what our cupboard looks like now.
Jam-packed with too much stuff.
I wouldn't say too much. It's it's got the essentials.
We used probably a third of this stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm getting that out, so I'm having a protein shake.
Okay.
But I had my 4 sauces, which were here. I had my teriyaki and my sweet chili sauces just there. I had my packets of rice here. I had my protein and my supplements down the bottom, and my vitamins up the top with some coffee and some honey and peanut butter.
4 seasoning, 4
Yep, I had
spices, only
pepper,
4.
salt, chili, garlic powder, and onion powder,
Oh, 5.
and cumin.
Oh, 6. Yeah, but I remember opening it, it was completely empty, and he had just like a line of spices, and that was it.
Yeah, I had my cereal down the bottom, and that was that.
That was
all I
literally it.
needed.
That was
Yeah, I
it.
did not need anything else, and that was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I was getting by without any issue. In the fridge, yep, had like my coffee, my food, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was that. That was all I needed.
Yeah.
It
And
did everything I needed it to.
now this is our fridge. Just because I feel like there's stuff that you need. He definitely was getting by, but I feel like he didn't have like enough. So now this is our fridge.
I cleaned this out today as well.
Yeah, he
so-
did. He did. He does it. He cleans it out often, actually. 'Cause I'm
Natalie
quite-
likes to do this thing where she eats some food and then it'll be like a bowl or something, and then she's like, oh, I'm not going to finish the rest of this.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the fridge and I'll have it later. Later never comes.
It feels worse to throw it out when it's still good, but at least when it's off, I'm like, oh, well, I can't eat it now. So I just leave it until then.
She doesn't even cover it.
No, I don't. Well, because in my mind, I'm like, I'll come back to this the next day.
She doesn't even cover it. She just puts it straight in the fridge. Bowls, and I found this bowl of, I don't even know what it
That
was.
was chili, yeah.
Chili con carne.
Today, yeah.
That was literally shoved in the back corner of the fridge.
And he like handed it to me.
And I'm
what
like,
the
are you
fuck is
kidding?
this?
Don't know how long, weeks. That would have been in there for weeks.
So safe to say, it's quite evident that now that we live here together, things have changed. I like it though. And he has really nice plants and stuff. Like he had that already, and he had like that plant.
She killed my Chinese lucky bamboo.
I killed it.
Hey, it was fine before you came in.
No, I didn't kill it. I didn't kill it.
There's 2 plants in this Chinese bamboo thing. One of the plants is completely dead and gone. Like that's just fucked. One of the 3 bamboo shoots is like literally dead, and one's fine.
I don't know how that's my fault though.
The
because
plant's
you
got
already-
bad juju from you. You've given the plant bad juju.
That's mean. You had them already, and you're the one that waters them, and you're the one that takes care of them.
But why
That's
is
not-
yours dead and mine's...
I haven't done anything to those plants.
Okay.
I'm a good plant lover when I have them. I don't have them because I know that I'm not a good plant person.
I had this plant here. She burnt it with the kettle.
Well, to be fair, it's got these next to it. So I grabbed the kettle and I put it like here, and I just think like, oh, I'll just like turn it on, but I didn't realize that it was like
she singed my plant.
It was like steaming up into here, and I accidentally like burnt the plant like right there. See, that's the thing, I wouldn't have gotten plants for a reason, because I'm not really like a plant girl.
Side note, if you're like a stirrer of anything in a cup, like protein powder, and you use a spoon, you're still a rookie. You must use a fork.
Or even better, you use a spoony thing, this, and I go like this, and it mixes the protein so good. Oh. But see, look at, let me just give a demonstration. Ah! That works.
Doesn't even move.
Yeah, it does. That actually works really well. Yeah,
What are you doing?
I got a big white fox order. Huge! Humongous. Look at this. Huge! Humongous. So excited. Are you gonna miss me on the holiday?
Yeah.
I'm going away. I'm leaving him for 4 days. What are you gonna do?
It'll be like this. It'll be like... Hear that? Nothing.
You miss me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll miss you probably for the last 2 days.
So for the first half of the trip, you won't miss me.
Yeah, it'll probably be nice. It'll be nice and quiet. I'm joking. I'll miss you.
Yeah, you will. He's not even driving me to the airport though.
Yeah, because I would be running a 3 hours sleep for 2 hours driving.
All I hear is excuses.
Why are you not driving yourself?
Because I don't want to have to pay for parking. Simple. Hello. I'm a burrito. Hello, my name's Natalie. Join me. This will be funny. Join me. We were meant to film a story time about Bali, but this is what you're getting instead. We went to Bali when we were younger. We were only together for a month and he decided to book a trip. I was like, fuck yeah. I got myself a big spender. Heck yeah. But he said, he was like, I didn't actually have a whole lot of money. It was pretty much all my money gone when I booked that trip.
On the flights. I had 7 months to come up with like 10 grand for a holiday. Unemployed.
Yeah. See, ladies, if he wanted to, he would. Even if he was unemployed, he'll book a trip for 2 weeks.
20-year-old me didn't make the best decision. This is like choking me.
It's funny.
I'm not telling it with this one.
It's funny.
I was 19 and I lost my license. Didn't lose my license from doing anything crazy. I lost my license just from like demerit points. I'm not telling the story with this on. That's ridiculous.
Well, fuck. Neither am I
And
then.
then how I lost my license was I had 2 points out of my 4 points left. I work in security at this time. I was late to my security job and then I was coming off the motorway trying to make a set of lights. I went from 100 to 80 to 60, but then if I had to drop down to 60, I would have missed a set of lights. I was like, oh, I'll just stay on 80. This is like early as hours in the morning. Staying on 80 trying to make the set of lights, and there was this bloody little copper sitting behind this bush with his little gun, and then he comes running out onto the road in front of me and he's like pointing at me at this while I'm doing 80 down the road. I'm like, what the fuck is this copper doing? And he's like pointing me like this, like I'm like this, and I'm like, fuck. He like pulls me over, he's like, do you know how fast you were going, and blah blah blah. And anyway, I'm like, yep, cool, whatever mate. He's like, oh, that's 3 points, and like however much the fine was. And then I'm driving to work and I was gonna call in sick this day as well, so it was the biggest stitch up. So I'm like driving there going, yep, cool, if I had just called in sick, I wouldn't have now lost my license. In Queensland, when you lose your license, you get either 12 months good behavior or 3 months of no license. So I was like, well, I'll just do the 3 months of no license, but I'll just keep driving and I'll just transfer my car's rego into someone else's name. I never ended up getting around to it, and then I was on my way to PT. I had coppers pulled over, lose my license, lost it for 6 months, but I had to go to court because I was driving on a suspended license. Court was a month down the track, and then smart me, I was really intelligent here. I was like, all right, cool, I've lost my license in this car. They're now gonna know this car. They already know me. I'm gonna buy a different car. I'll just buy something real subtle. And I was like, I want something nice still. I'll just look at an Audi S5. If they haven't had anything done to them, they blend in quite well. So I was like, oh, I'll just get one of them. I'll get one super low key. But then I saw this one and it was blacked out. And I had like red calipers, blacked out windows, and I had like an aftermarket exhaust, and it was like super, super loud. And then I saw that and I was like, fuck. 30 grand. I was like, yeah. Fuck it, whatever, I'll just take that one. This was down in Sydney, down in Bankstown. I was with my mate at the time. I was like, oh, I'll just book us some flights to Sydney, bro. We'll fly down and we'll drive this car back up. Neither of us had a license. Fly down to Sydney, get the car, we drive it back up here, and at this point I've got the court date for when I just got pinched. I go to the court date in the car, so I drove myself to the court date in the Audi. Now, 8 months without a license. I just kept driving anyway. And then it was 10 days after my court date of being disqualified that I'm driving to the apartment that I'm about to take over the lease of. The car used to echo really loud through there. It sounded really cool. Planted it going through this area. And who's pulling out of the driveway?
A copper.
A highway patrol copper. And I'm like, fuck. I just passed him the keys.
I met you before that court date. When I met him, I was like, oh, he's really cool. We went for like a big walk because we were having a great time. That's right. We had a great time. We had the Colombian flu. We got on the Colombian flu chat. We're walking for ages. I remember at this early hours in the morning, and I remember thinking to myself, there's no way I've met this really nice guy and he's just about to go to jail, because he was telling me I might go to jail because I have been driving around without a license. And I was like, oh, cool.
But then, yeah, went to my court date and the judge like freaked me out. She wanted to make an example of me. I had the same judge from the previous court date. She goes, you are going to jail if you get caught again. And I remember like that pause between those two little statements. I remember looking at my lawyer and he's like looked at me. Yeah, it was after that point that I was like, I'll sell the car.
He had no license for the first 2 years of our relationship. So, and I didn't even have a license when we met because I got my license late. So we were Ubering around everywhere for ages. And then eventually I got my license and I was driving this little Hyundai and I was Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, she was shocking.
So I was like driving him to work, picking him up, like anywhere I needed to go, I would take him. He would be in the
were afraid of her.
passenger seat like this, like, ah! And I'd be like, don't worry, babe, I'll get you there. Because I was a race car driver. I had an aux cord, it was all baby blue, it was a vibe. But I got us, I didn't crash once. Not once. I did well. I did really well. 2 years. 2 years he had no license and I was the one that was like, skirt, skirt. So good. The day he got his license, it was just like,
it was the biggest relief.
Take the keys. Oh, take them away from me.
Went and bought myself a little Beamer.
Oh my god, it was the best. And then I finally got to take the selfies in the passenger seat. Like, I've been missing out on this for 2 years. 2? And now I don't even know how to drive when we get together. Like today, I was coming back from the gym and I called him and I was like, oh, I'm coming home from the gym. I need to go to the shops. He was like, yeah, I'll meet you downstairs and then we'll go together. So my brain was like, cool. I don't drive anymore when I'm with him. He drives at all times, no matter what, no matter where we're going, no matter who we're seeing. So then I'm downstairs waiting in our garage, sitting there for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, where the fuck is this motherfucker? Like, what the hell? So I text him, I'm like, you coming? And he goes, I'm here. And I'm like fuck, because I'm parked in front of his car and I'm like, I'm looking at the car, you're not here, I can't see you, where the fuck are you? And I'm hungry at this point. And then he's like, I'm at the lobby. And I was like,
normally when we do that, it's like we say, yep, I'll meet you downstairs, and that basically means I'm going to meet you down at the lobby. I'll jump in your car as soon as you're in your car and driving, rather than drive all the way down to the basement, get in my car, get my car out of the basement and go. That's the first time she's ever done that. You normally you're like straight onto it, and I'm like standing there and she's like texting me. I'm like looking around, I'm like, the fuck do you mean you're here?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you're here? So then I'm like, oh, coming. I drive up and he gets in the car and he's like just shaking his head like, I'm not even surprised at this point. I'm like, neither am I. Tee, let's go.
Off to get her food.
Off to get my food. We're vlogging. Join me in this. We'll plug our socials. They're going to be right here. Make sure you follow us and subscribe. Just stay tuned for the videos. See you next time.